Hello. So we did Disney the first week. We did Universal
Your face
this
is
week.
being cut off. There you go.
Okay. So we're going to tell you all about Universal and also a little story that happened to us today on the when we went to MGM. We went back there to do the Rock and Roller Coaster. So Universal, a bit further away, $5 more to park. A bit of a walk from the car park to the park, but no different to Disney really. And well, the parks themselves really far more suitable to sort of 11 plus. Lots of real good thrill rides, really good movie stuff. For me personally, they completely outdo Disney on the thrill factor, and you know, whilst the rides haven't got probably the attention to detail in the surroundings and the queuing and that sort of thing, they more than make up for that in the sort of quality of the rides. The only thing I would say is that I feel that Poppy will tell you about some of the roller coasters, which were amazing, but they sort of have overdone the video rides a little bit. They're good, but can't help thinking once you've been on 4 or 5 of those sort of 3D video type rides where the car sort of rocks about and you feel like you're in it, that you stop feeling like you're in it, if you see what I mean. Still good, but yeah, they get a bit old. And there's quite a lot of those at Universal, especially the Universal Park as opposed to Islands of Adventure. There's a couple that do it really well. Mummy does it really well because it sort of combines the roller coaster with sort of real stuff and the 3D stuff. The Harry Potter rides do it very well, in as much as they sort of combine a bit of movement, more movement in the ride itself. But it still feels like you're watching telly. It doesn't really feel like the real thing. You know, when you've been on the roller coasters and then you go, oh no, they do feel a bit tame. Although they are really good, and as I say, Harry Potter, the world there really measures up to Star Wars at Disney. Like the setting's amazing. Poppy had her first butterbeer, or we all had our first butterbeer at Harry Potter. So that it is very cool. And for me personally, I would say it's better than Disney on quite a few counts. That might be unpopular. Certainly not when they're under 10. If you've got kids under 10, it's amazing to see their faces. And you know, if you're seeing it for the first time, even being my age and seeing it for the first time, when I first saw Disney, it was magical. But yeah, it's very busy. Lots of long queues compared to Universal. Lots of breakdowns. The rides were continually breaking down, which was disappointing. So yeah, all in all, I think Universal does shade it over Disney, and I hate to say that, but I think it does. Anyway, on to the fun stuff, which is the rides, and Poppy will take you through those.
Yeah. So we went to the 2 parks. We didn't go to the water park, but we might be doing that Friday. But we went to the 2 parks. That was the Adventure Island and Universal Studios.
Islands of Adventure.
Islands of Adventure, that's the one. Universal Studios is all like the, you know, you got your, was it Avengers there? Or was that it? No.
I don't need to make notes.
No, like
I can do this off the top of my head.
No, like the Doctor Doom one. Was that? Which one was that?
Doctor Doom.
The tower.
Tower of what? Oh no, that was Islands of Adventure.
Okay, that's
So
okay.
Universal.
Yeah, I remember.
was
Okay,
the
Universal
Mummy,
Parks, yeah. Mummy,
Transformers.
that was Mummy, Transformers, Minions, Simpsons.
Oh, the good roller coaster. The rock.
Oh yeah, the Rock and Roller Coaster. Rocket Roller Coaster. Not to be confused with the Disney Rockin' Roller Coaster. Yeah, just rides like that. There was also one half of the Harry Potter rides, because they do like half and half the Harry Potter rides at both parks, so it doesn't matter which one you go to if you like Harry Potter. They both have them. Obviously different rides at both, but...
Well, one side's London and the other side is...
Oh, yeah. Is,
So,
one side's, Diagon Alley, and the other is... What was the other one? Oh, the other was
London.
Hogsmeade. Yeah, Hogsmeade. I don't know how you would say it. But yeah, there were 2 quite different settings, which was cool. Top rides at Universal Studios, which is the Minions, whatever. Probably the Rocket roller coaster. That was a really fun one. Do that. It looks absolutely horrifying. It is absolutely horrifying, but in a good way. So do that one. And you get to listen to music while you do it. Me and Tilly were just listening to Waterloo every time by ABBA. It's very, very good. And then, what? And then, that's a tough one. What's the second best?
Mummy.
Oh yeah, Mummy. I forgot that existed. Yes, Mummy. Always need the notes, I suppose. Lesson for next time. But no, Mummy was definitely one of the better rides. As Dad said, it mixes like the video aspects with the non-video aspects. I mean, it did it less so than Harry Potter did in the sense that there was much less screens, but there was a few, and it made it very good. So yeah, definitely if you go to Universal Studios, do the Mummy and do Rocket roller coaster.
Gringotts.
Oh yeah, Gringotts Bank. Yeah, Harry Potter. The Gringotts Bank ride was good. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't bad, so I'll take it. Yeah, recommend doing that. That's a very good one.
And the rest of the rides as you go around there, sort of Simpsons and E.T.
Oh yeah, E.T.
And also around they're nice rides, and they're pretty good, but then and Men in Black as well. They're all okay. They're pretty good, but they're not those sort of ones that you'll remember forever, sort of thing.
There's like 3 types of rides at that one. There's the roller coaster, the shooter ones, and the video ones. The video ones and the shooter ones are overdone so much. There's like 3 different shooting ones, and there's countless numbers of video ones. Like the 4D ones where you go around on the little cart thing and you have the video in front of you. Like it's fine. It just gets boring after a while. That's fine. So that was that park. That was a cool one, but not quite as thrilling as the other park, the Islands of Adventure one. Which, be warned, if you go, bring a spare change of clothes or something warm, because you will get cold and wet if you do the water rides. There's the Jurassic Park one and the, what's the other one called?
The water rides.
Something Bilge Rats.
Yeah.
Popeye's Bilge Rats, something like that.
That is super wet.
That is soaking. You don't expect it to be, it definitely is. So yeah, bring something warm or bring some money to use their drying machines. I don't know how well those work because we didn't use them, but
that is the best water ride I've ever been on.
It is. Oh, by far. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a very cool water ride. It's just that you're not meant to be at a water park, so you get soaking wet. But
yeah. Do it if you go. Just make sure you bring something thin so it dries.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think it's just making sure that you're not, sort of wearing your best clothes and you're happy to stand in the sun for half an hour to dry out.
Yeah, and try not to wear non-waterproof mascara. So, big brain tip.
Yeah. So if we walk around the park, you start off with the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Roller coaster.
That was the first one we did. Probably one of the most thrilling things there. I think that and Velocicoaster were the 2 big thrill ones.
You keep jogging the table and the camera's doing that.
Velocicoaster and Incredible Hulk were the 2 big like roller coaster ones. I personally preferred Velocicoaster, but that's for later. In terms of Incredible Hulk, good one to do. Looks scary, is scary, but is also very nice. It's not as smooth as some of the other roller coasters in the sense that as you go along, you're kind of like shaking as it goes, but not in like the roller coaster's gonna break way, in just a dizzying way. Makes it less, not less. It makes it a lot harder to keep your eyes open, but that's fine. But yeah, no, that's a good one. Has lots of upside downs, has lots of turns. Very cool one to try.
Then the next one was the tower one.
Yeah, Dr. Doom's tower. I don't know. I think that was in the review, but that was okay. It wasn't the best. You expect it to go higher. It does not go very high at all. But that's fine. It's good either way. Well, worth it to try once if it isn't too busy. Yeah, give it a shot. But yeah, no, it's okay. It's fine.
And Spider-Man.
Then Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Why are we doing like individual ride ones? We did that already.
Yeah, we've done that already. Yeah.
I'll
okay.
just do the top ones. Come on, Dad. Leave it to me. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll just do the top few. Velocicoaster, definitely the best in my opinion. I loved it so much. Do it. Definitely do it. It was so fun. Multiple upside downs. Goes really fast. Amazing. Do it.
Yeah, best roller coaster I've ever been on, and I've been on a few. It's definitely definitely a real highlight roller coaster. Don't think you can get much faster or much more upside down or much more like
Whatever.
it's just crazy without blacking out. It's just a really good roller coaster.
Yeah, and it was definitely one of the smoother ones compared to like Incredible Hulk, in the sense that it doesn't rattle you as much as Incredible Hulk does. So it's it's easier to keep your eyes open. It's easier to just like sit back and relax. Obviously not super easy considering you're going upside down with just like restraints on your legs, but that's fine. But yeah, that's a good thing to point about. A good note about Velocicoaster is that there's just restraints on your legs, whereas usually it's got it like around your shoulders, which is actually a nice change. I do love it having it just on your legs, because it gives you that like sense when you're upside down. It gives you that sense that you could just fall out any second, but in like a good way. And you can put your hands up and you can do whatever, and it's much better. I personally love those, just the like restraints rather than the shoulder ones. But yeah, it's very good. It's very secure still. It's amazing. Do that. Do the Velocicoaster. I know English. What else is there? There was.
Oh, leave it to me, you said.
Leave it to me. I'm just saying that to myself. Thank you very much. There was the Harry Potter ride. That was also a really good one. As Deb mentioned earlier, it like does the mix of the video and the non-video very well.
That's the one in the castle.
Yeah, the Hogwarts one. And it basically, you just kind of go on the seat and it flies up in the air, and it moves around a lot, shows you a screen, pulls you out from the screen and shows something in real life. It's very smart how they do it, like with the screens, because it makes you feel like the chair, like it's going to move back in the video, but then it actually moves back and it trips you out for a second. But yeah, no, that's a very good one. Give that a shot as well. I think top 2 is enough. We're already 12 minutes in. We don't need another 30-minute video doing a review of the parks.
Okay, what she really wants to do is tell you that she met her first Karen today.
Other than Mum.
Now, I would just like to point out here, this was, I'll let Poppy tell you all about it. This was a terrifically good Karen. She did happen to be American, but there are Karens all over the world. This isn't
Mum.
this isn't dissing anybody's.
Dad, I think people get the.
I know, but I think because you see all the Karen videos and they always seem to have American accents, but they're the ones that just gets filmed, and we didn't film it, which is really disappointing.
I know. I was this close to pulling out the camera, and I was like, you know what? This lady's probably gonna try and murder me if I do that, so maybe not.
So we didn't pull out the camera, but Poppy will tell you all about it quickly.
Yes. Okay. So there was this lady in the car next to us, and the car next to her had like gone over the line. So she, not even over the line, they were on the line.
We were parking.
Yeah, we were parked.
So
being important there.
So we're parking where the Disney attendants, this is at MGM, the Disney attendants tell you to park. And they're not the biggest spaces. And so the car
you can tell it.
No, I'll just do the pre bit because
Set up, yeah.
So there was a car in front of us, which is one of these big, 4x4 trucks, flatbed truck things, the sort that men with really small penises drive. And so this thing pulled in, and we pulled in next to it, but it had pulled in right on the line to our parking thing. So I pulled over as far as I could, leaving sort of this much space, but only this much space the other side, so we could still get out of the car.
Yeah, bear in mind he could get out and she couldn't.
Yeah, I could get out, but anyway.
And she was this like tiny little thing. He could fit. Don't know how she couldn't. But yes, regardless.
So we parked up next to each other like this, and then she starts screaming, literally screaming out of her thing.
Then.
No, sorry. It's just I was sitting next to her.
Yeah, that's true.
She was screaming in my ear, screaming, and then starts bashing her door up against the
She didn't even start talking. Literally, we parked. The second we parked, she yanked over her door and was like, "Move! You can't go there!" And I was like, "Just talk." We would have been reasonable if you had been reasonable. It's like, okay. But So she started like screaming at us from the get-go, didn't even give us a chance to like talk. And then pretty much they were yelling at us to like move. Obviously we couldn't because there was a car next to us. The Disney attendee had told us to park there. And there was like enough room for everyone to get out, including in their car. If anything, there was less room on the other side of their car, towards the other car. But oh well. So they pulled out. We thought that they were just going to go to a different parking spot because, like, that's the reasonable thing to do. If you had 2 brain cells, you would do that. But no. This woman pulls out, well, her husband pulls out, with her, like, bashing the door on our car, and then pulls back in closer to our car, and then gets out miraculously. Who knew? That's crazy. And she's, like, closer to our car now. And she was going at it with the door. She was bashing it into our car. And then she got out to, like, get the kids out. So we got out as well, because we wanted to go to the park. We didn't want to have this Karen, like, breaking our car. So we got out, and we were, like, just getting our stuff. And she was, like, having a go at us. She was like, you need to go home. Why would you park there? You're insane. Just move. And I fully just stared at her in the eyes and just went, why don't you move? And then she went, oh no, we can't move. You guys should be the ones moving. It's like, they're over the line. It's not my fault. You should go over the line.
And she was using language that Poppy can't use because she's 15. But telling a 15-year-old to F off.
No, it was actually so good, right? Because legally you can't park over the line. Like, that's just a thing. And so she was telling us to park over the line, and then she was telling us to go home. And then I fully just said to her, like, no, why don't you move? Like, just go to a different parking. And she stared me in the eyes and just went, shut the F up, you stupid kid. And then walked off pointing the finger at me. I'm like, okay, you do you, bestie. And that was the Karen. And then we came back, and those scratches and dents on the car. Yay! Love Karens.
So yes, this was a Karen incident. The husband got out and sort of came up, tried to look intimidating. The guy with the small penis tried to look intimidating. He was about 6'9", but I just pointed at the fact that he was parked on the line and we'd left a huge amount of space. And he sort of looked at me and sort of had that look of, God, I'm married to a Karen. But he said go home too, which I thought was amusing because there's us spending all this money in their country for them and helping them out, and he's telling us to go home from Disney, which is the place that people come from all over the world to see. Interesting. Anyway, yes, so there are Karens all over the world, but we met our first American Karen.
It was amazing. Heads up, if you're a guy married to a Karen, divorce. That's just go. You don't have to stay in that. But yeah, that was definitely the highlight of the trip so far. It was very interesting, and I don't know how you people deal with these people all the time, but yay!
Anyway, so the Karen review was longer than the Universal review.
Yeah.
So generally, Universal, like if you've got kids that are teenagers, then you know I would be going to Universal. I think
for sure.
We all sort of said if we ever come again, we probably would with the kids, which will then be, you know, 15, 16, 17, 18, we wouldn't even go to Disney. It's great. Like, it was lovely. When we came in, the kids were young. Poppy was 7 and the other 2 were sort of 4 and 6, or 5, 4 and 5 and 7. It was great. They loved it, all the princesses and all that, and they've got all the autographed books. It's brilliant. But you know, there's not many parents you see with smiles on their faces. The kids are all smiling, but the parents really aren't smiling that much. And when you've waited like 80 minutes in a queue to go on a teacups ride or something,
which we did,
and the kids are all, you know, when they're younger and they're all bawling and crying and want ice creams, and then you have to spend an absolute fortune to get an ice cream.
Well, you spend a fortune on the ice cream anyway,
Yeah.
but still.
But, yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, it's say great when they're younger, great for the kids when they're younger. If you've got older kids, I would spend more time at Universal. We're going back to Universal again tomorrow. We won't video any of that because we've already been. So we're just going to do the Velociraptor ride and probably Incredible Hulk again, a few of the others. Yeah, and then Friday we're going to go back to Water Park. Not sure which one yet. We've got tickets that include the Universal Water Park, or we'll go back to Typhoon Lagoon. But we probably won't video Typhoon Lagoon if we go there. But if we go to the Universal one, we'll do some reviews on that and some video on that.
In summary, Disney World, little kids, families, more magic and like just stuff that little kids find more entertaining, like the magic, the wow factor of all the slower rides that they think are really fast, stuff like that. Universal is the more thrill, the faster rides, better for older people. And don't go if you if you have any medical conditions that are gonna make you pass out on a ride, because they definitely will make you pass out on some of the rides.
Having said that, I saw people on some of those rides that were like 70 years old, which is fine if you're most 70-year-olds are fitter than me. But people like in leg braces and getting out of wheelchairs to go on it, my God, you know.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive. So yeah, don't be put off if you have got a problem, if all sorts of going on it.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine, honestly.
But yeah,
so that's summary.
Yeah, summary Universal and that. So we've now got just under a week left, and not really sure what we're doing. We've got an American holiday coming up this weekend, so it's going to be busy everywhere. So if we do anything other than parks, we'll take you with us and we'll show you what we're doing. Okay, catch you later.
Bye.